Good afternoon. I'm sat here with Faz, the co-owner of the Akash restaurant, and this time we're going to talk about curry by air. So, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Steph. Good seeing you.
Thank you. Well, I've for those who are listening to this, I've actually just tasted the wonderful food in this restaurant. Before we talk about curry by air, can you tell us how it all got started?
So, people from abroad will always complain how bad the curry was. So Australia's really bad, and they would say, "Oh, why don't you take one over there?" And blah blah. And we're like, we'll always do. And the guy we done it for, James Emery. This is the first Indian restaurant he came in. He was 5 years old, I think, something along the lines of that. And he would always complain, like, "Oh, the French." He has it mega hot, so he has a foul, the hottest one. So. Wow. Yeah, he can have it mega hot. So he's like, the French haven't quite caught up with the English. The English have caught up with us. You know, we get lots of vindaloo orders and fouls and what have you. And he would say, you know, you should take one over to me, blah, blah, blah. And then a guy called Roy Bouchan, a few years ago now, he took £150 worth of takeaway. I said to him, "Oh, where's that going?" He said, "Oh, I'm an expat. I live in Normandy. And the curries are so bad that we take him over." And he said, "I'm freezing it to eat on Christmas Day for his Christmas dinner." So he said, you know, traditionally me and my wife have a curry for Christmas dinner, which is, I was like, even I don't have a curry for Christmas dinner. But, and then it got me thinking. I thought, "James, I really want to take one out there for you because you're a loyal customer." Originally, I was going to ferry it across, but he works in the aviation industry. So as you see, he works for AEPS, and he said to me, "I can probably sort out a plane, you know," and then from there it just kind of happened, really.
And that leads me to my second question. The word's often overused, but I don't think in this case it is. It's been a phenomenal success in such a short space of time. So where do you see it going now?
Well, I mean, no one would have imagined. You know, I spoke to a few other people about it before, and no one said to me, "Oh, watch out, it is going to be a storm," you know. But I think I didn't tell them the full story because they were all expats, they're all English people in France, missing their curry face. I said, "We're going to fly a curry over to France," you know, and that's it. And everything, when you piece it together, it was quite a story. I look back and thought, well, actually, it was quite, you know, a story. But I mean, where next? I don't know. People have said to me, the space, the moon, and I'm like, well, I need to talk to NASA. But I don't know really. I mean, it wasn't intended like, you know, I think it was just a normal thing that we kind of wanted to do for a customer,
and literally took off.
But we're working on many projects, you know, inside of Portsmouth. You know, we work with Pompey in the Community, as you know,
yes.
And a few other projects we're working on. So we're working on other different things, but I don't know if I'll ever top this one.
You may not. And just staying on that theme, because whenever there's a great success story, and curry by air is a great success story, there's always those dissenting voices saying it's a publicity stunt for the restaurant. Now, I know you don't make a bean out of this.
No.
So what would you say to those people who are saying it's a publicity stunt?
Well, I mean, I spoke to journalists about it before and stuff, and no one raved about it and said it's going to be, you know, thing. James is a genuine customer. He's been coming in since he was 5. Yeah. So, you know, it wasn't someone that was random. He loves the place. Absolutely adores it. He has a connection. Yeah. He said, "It's my first curry house," you know. Yeah. And genuinely, the French can't have it hotter. They can't even get the spices out there. So when I was there, they said to me, "You should open one up here." And I said, "You know, obviously I've got Portsmouth, it's going to be too much for me." But they said, "We can't even get the spices." And
really?
One gentleman I spoke to, he said he made it himself, and I think he got someone to send the spices over. So, you know, it was a genuine thing. I mean, whatever publicity we got was a bonus, you know, but we didn't look at that first and foremost. You know, it was literally these expats. He told me he can get 150 expats that need a curry. And I said, "Whoa!" I said, "Hang on!" I said, "I've never done this before. Yeah. Let's limit it to about 30 to 50. Yeah. See how this one gets on, and then we'll go from there." Yeah. So, you know, there is a market there. It can be done. You know, they're telling you to go out there, do it. Obviously, it was an expensive operation. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I said, any publicity was great, you know, but I wouldn't say that was the main reason we done this.
No, exactly. And just on that point, because as you say, because you use aircraft and there's takeoff fees and landing fees and obviously logistics, what practical and particularly financial help would you need to maintain this brilliant project?
So it is quite expensive. It was a case of sort of small businesses coming together. A lot of them I met through shaping, obviously you're involved in, and you have these conferences and,
Yes.
and what have you. So I met a lot of people and I said, look, I've got this idea. And they were like, you know, when you meet someone face to face and they're like, I like this guy, or, you know, I think this is going to work. So then they put a bit in. Some of the local businesses, as you can see, these are Portsmouth businesses mainly.
Yes, yeah.
James took care of the French side,
yeah.
but these are small French businesses as well.
Okay.
RS Aero Formation have, I believe, one aircraft,
Right.
which we took.
Yeah.
You know, you obviously know South Sea Laundry, who
Yes.
are quite, you know, small businesses. We met them through shaping, but not just the business, but you introduced us to Express, Miles.
Yes.
So I spoke to Miles way before it got big, and I said,
Yeah.
do you know, we're going to do this. Well, this is something that you would be interested in covering. He said, yeah, you know, no problem. As he always does.
Yes,
you know,
he does.
He's always like, you know, really good. And it's them community-based companies that really help it. And then I approached one international company, two international companies, one national company, and I said, you know, and they said, I knew someone in there. They said, we'll put us onto X, Y, Z. Who then, you know, I never met them. We're doing it by emails because they're in London or wherever they were, and they just said, oh, you know, we don't think it's going to get coverage, or, you know, we don't see any benefits in us investing any money. So it was quite nice because it was all small companies, Portsmouth-based companies that had done it, and the big ones said, oh, you know, it's not for us, and it was a good success, and it kind of showed them if small businesses get together, they can do so much. And we're working with so many small businesses now. You know, you don't need these big ones who will come in. Okay, they might have the resources or the cash, but if everyone pitches in a little bit, I mean, we made it work by everyone pitching in.
Yes, indeed. So listen, it's amazing how quickly time goes, but I love listening to you, and because of your passion and because of what you do for the city. And we're very proud to be associated with the Akash restaurant, as well as you know how proud we are to do that.
We're very proud to be associated with you.
Well, thank you very much indeed. But I can't leave the listeners without, you know, that little date. Is there a date for this year's event?
Well, we're working on, as I said, kind of smaller things. I wouldn't say there's a date because the logistical side just took so long, you know, and companies, as I said, the big companies, some of them pulled out, which prolonged it. A, I need a rest, and B, you know, I wouldn't like to say there's a couple of things that are, you know, we're working on. I think get the smaller community stuff more done, and then there will be another big one.
Yeah, big something.
Yeah, I'll leave it as that.
Indeed. So thank you. If it's not carried by air, it will be something equally as exciting.
Yeah.
And I know how passionate you are also about Pompey and the community and your support for that. I know you're a trustee now, and again, you're very privileged to be that. So I know you work very close with them as well.
Yeah, I mean, they're brilliant. You know, I've been working. Well, I've been a trustee for about 5-6 months, but I've been working with Claire Martin for the last 10 years. She's just fantastic.
She is.
Absolutely fantastic. So, you know, we've run so many community projects with her. We said, oh, we've got X, Y, Z ideas, and she'll come and say, I'll make it work. And she does.
Yeah.
And she does. And a lot of her work goes unpraised.
Yes.
You know, and she's just always there saying, look, we can do this, we'll give PE lessons there, we'll give tickets to your community. You know, she just really wants to involve and integrate everyone, which is what I think we're all about, really, aren't we?
Yes.
But, you know, Claire's got with the football club, she's got the power relay, and it's great to see. We're all very passionate in Portsmouth, as Express say. And we just try and make this city, you know, the best. And I think we all work together, which we're doing, and Shaping's doing, you know, bringing us, you know, a lot more closer together with a lot more businesses that we hadn't met, and now we're working with them. Express is one example. You introduced us, and the relationship from nothing to this short space of time. I met Miles, I don't know, when did you introduce us?
Yeah, sort of October last year.
October last year, so not even a year. From that space of time, how we've progressed, it's unreal, and that's what we all need to do, really.
Indeed. Faz, as always, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much.